Hello and welcome back to my channel. I don't have a lot of time to do this because I've got kids that are about to wake up, but I really wanted to do this while they were sleeping, so hopefully we can get it done. This is not at the most flattering angle, but when I put it down a little bit further, I just feel like I looked bigger, so it's a self-conscious thing. But this is about homeschooling. So I'm going to start out with the fact that I have one that's in 12th grade, and my other two children are not quite ready to start school. Of course, we're doing preschool. We're learning as we go. But for my 12th grader, I thought I'd walk through and what we're using this year. Okay, so the first thing is exploring the government. Now, we've done world history. We've done sorry, allergies are really bad. And by the way, it is rainy and gloomy out there, so the lighting is not great. But they've done American history several times. A few other things. I cannot think. It's just so early for me, apparently. But exploring the government. We've already started on it. It's actually really, we're enjoying it. I'll give you... And as a matter of fact, there's a second book that goes with this. But I will give you... This, is, by the way, is a history credit plus a half English credit. Because they actually make... It actually says it right in the book. But, where is it? They actually give suggestions. I don't know where it's at the moment. I have to look at it. But it's looking at it from also a Christian point of view. I picked all these books up at thechristianbookstore.com. So if anybody's interested in it, that's it. I don't have a link. I can try to link it. I definitely wouldn't get any money from it, but I don't want to guarantee I can link it because I'm not sure if I can. But anyways, this is the first book that goes with it, and then this is the second one. So it says, here hold these truths, and this is historical documents, essays, speeches, all that, so you can learn how to do that. Again, like here, I don't know if you guys can see it really well. It talks about the amendments. Yeah, it's just really, it's something that we should really break down for them, and it'd be fun and different. Now, there are some other books that go along with it. There is an Exploring the Student Review. I won't show you the first couple pages because they've already started working on it, and I just like to keep their work personal. But, see, it goes through, like, the lessons and things like that. And, hold on, but they can just answer questions. They can do it on a separate sheet. They can write in here. We told them just to write in here if they can fit it. And then just stick another sheet of paper in there if needed. However, this book goes along with the quiz and exam book. So if you wanted to, you can make it open book for them using their questions to go with the answer key. That way it's not completely open book. It's more like this is their note-taking and questions. However, with the key, it does give you both answers for both books. So you only need one answer key. We bought it as a set, so it came with everything that we needed. Okay, moving on to English. The books are falling back at me. Okay, so moving on to English. I'm going to show you guys a book that they have not worked in. If I can find one. I just grabbed the stack and I don't think oh, you know what? Maybe they're in here. I have a tote full of their stuff that they've got. Yep, it is. That they will be working on. And I say they because English and history, my sister and I are getting both boys involved. Even though I will not be my nephew's teacher, they're going to work on them together if wanted. And then, of course, our teaching comes separate from both of us as parents. So they can either work on it here or there. I'll show you the first book in the English series. This is the first book. And I still have them. They can write in pen, but they were liking the mechanical pencils, and so that's why they still have them. Now we have this one. Oh, this is seeing my nephew. I know there's been some reviews where people don't like pace, but this particular English is more about the essay writing and things like that. It's sorry. It gives actually it was kind of neat. It's very historical. Like here, I'll flip this to the other side and show you guys where they haven't written. It gives very detailed, and then all pace books. If you are not familiar with pace, it's like ACE, but it's pace. They have you purchase, and I think ACE is this way as well. You have to be careful and look as you're going through the books at the bottom. It typically tells you like what book you'll need, but so far I have not found the books, reading books that they will need in here. But we do our whole list of reading books as well, so I am not worried. Sorry, I dropped a pencil. But that comes with, it's pretty large. Actually, I felt like this year was shorter. So you also can buy the booklet of answer keys. You can also buy with Pace if you're a little concerned and you're not sure if you guys are going to like it. You can actually buy one book at a time, but your answer key is for 3 books at a time. It'll tell you right there. So when I first started out, I bought all 3 books for 1 answer key, and we went through and decided whether or not we were going to do it. I will admit it's not my favorite. There are definitely better, but these are cheaper. And because we have done so much in English, we didn't feel the need to rush and try to, worry about it too much, because honestly, they actually already have all of their English credits that they need to graduate. They've already received that. Probably about halfway through their junior year, they were done. It kind of went along with, we wanted them to learn little things in there, so this is just keeping them up on it and keeping them going. Okay, on to the next thing. Now, this year for them, it's going to be a bit smaller because they actually have, except for significant senior credit hours, they actually have done everything they're supposed to. They've done so many electives. One year they've done 2 histories and 2 Englishes all in 1 year. The next thing is they've also done math that way. So honestly, they probably could have kind of graduated last year, but like I said, we wanted to take them through 12th grade, get them through 12th grade, because really they would have graduated at 16 in this year, because my nephew just turned 17 halfway through May, and then my son turned 17 at the end of May. Here where we live, most of the cities, the schools get out in May. So this is not a surprise. Most people graduate at the beginning of May to the middle of May, and most of the time the kids get out only about a week later. So they can get out in the middle of May to right before, a week before the end of May. So this isn't something that we're trying to, push early for their age or anything, because my son will be 18 right after he graduates. But this year they are going to be working, and not only that, they are I'm trying to think. So we've decided we have 12 people graduating in May. So we are starting them early into school, and they will be getting out early. So we're actually going to do their graduation at the end of April. So that way it's just easy and it's all done. The last thing is math. So this is one of the answer keys I'm going to show you. But they're going to do basic accounting. And the reason why we waited till this year, my sister and I both agreed, was because we wanted this to be fresh in their mind the most. And we felt like with them, their personalities, they would want this before graduating and going out on their own to work. And if you notice, even in the picture there, it says inventory sheets, and I can't read it through there, cash proof. It's how to fill out everything you'll need, including how to balance a checkbook. I know when I was flipping through it, and I was so happy to see it, I had found one that I think at the end of this first, is this the first book? I believe it's the first book. Oh, maybe it's not. But anyway, it actually goes through, oh yeah, it is the first book. One of them that I had picked up, the very first time I had picked it up, it actually went through and showed you how to fill out a packing slip, which I know it showed it. Nope, it's not on it. But it showed you how to fill out a packing slip, showed you how to balance your checkbook, showed you how to fill out any ordering form. So we thought this would be really, really good for them, especially for the budgeting. It actually will go through and show them how to budget. And we were very excited about that. We couldn't wait to start on it. I'm looking forward to this one. And I'm not a big math person, but I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Something else I'd like to mention for PACE is that in the middle of the book, they have where it has its own individual stapled test paper. They typically tell you to remove that. Actually, they don't tell you, but, well, maybe somewhere. But you remove it. It also has, if you notice, it says, right there, it says stop. The reason why is because at the end of all their books, they do a test review that they can test themselves before moving on to the test. So it's really nice, in my opinion, the way it's set up. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too crazy. I felt a little crazy because it's been so long since I've made a video, but I really, really wanted to do this and get this out there. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. I forgot one more thing. And I forgot because it was sitting underneath that English. We actually did pick up one more social studies that we were going to do. I don't know why I forgot about this, but see, it's still in the cellophane, but the answer keys. This particular social studies is only 6 books long, and I don't remember why we had chosen this one as well. By the way, this was we got these like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. I don't know, but I think we wanted to move on with some more history. That was because even though that government was government, that government is also English credited. But we just, and if you're wondering, I said only 6 because typically, I think that's part of why we went ahead and did history, is because this is about only a semester. 3 for each quarter is typically how these books run. But this was literally the whole thing, and I think that's why we decided to do government. So thank you so much for watching, and that really is it.